come back to school, okay, trust me, I don't want to come here as much as you guys, okay? Yeah, I mean, the winter break is nice, right? Yeah, especially this year, like, we have quite a long winter break. Okay, so, so this is algorithm course, okay? Just want to make sure everybody is in the right course, right? Okay, and so before we start, how many of you are still on the waiting list? If you are still not like, officially enrolled into this class, please raise your hand. 如果说你还没有正式被注册进来这门课，举下手看一下好不好？像你想象的，谢谢 ，Thank you。Okay. So this course, we know like we have two sessions, okay? My session and Professor Jiang's session. I think which is his session was yesterday, right? 他的那个江老师的那个 session is okay. So I don't know like based on what I observed, like we have like more than 15 students still on the waiting list. But this classroom is only enough to accommodate like 10 more students. So for those of you who are still on the waiting list, please come to see me after we go over the syllabus, okay? And by the way, I mean, when I talk about syllabus, like, if you haven't had a copy of the syllabus and the handout, please come over to pick the copy here, okay? So, as you may have noticed, this course is conducted, this session is conducted in English, okay? So, just in case if you don't feel comfortable with like English teaching style, okay, you can switch to Professor Jiang's session, which he covered the class like similar material and in Chinese, okay. So this is something that you may want to consider, okay. So, okay, so let's start, okay. The first section on the syllabus, obviously, is my information, okay. You can call me Winter, Professor Sam, Peter, Xun Laoshi, whatever, okay. I have been in this department for 19 years. quite a long time. So my office is B213, okay, and my office phone number is also listed there. But, okay, for your record, I am never in my office. Okay, I list this information here just for the formality. Okay, okay， 就是说，因为我们一定要列这样的 information，but because I'm at the same time I'm the department chair, so I stay in the department chair office. Okay， 所以这段时间我的办公室事实上是系主任办公室哦。Even though I listed my office as B213, but if you want to find me, okay, please come to the, department chair office, which is just next to the department office. Okay. And the email, the website, the other information is correct. Okay. And one thing that is very important is the course website, okay, the E-class. I think you guys are familiar with E-class already, right? So I put everything there, including the syllabus, including the handout, and sample, exam, homework, basically everything in the E-class. So if you are officially registered, after you log into E-class, you should be able to find this class there. Okay. So I will recommend you check like E-class at least once a week. Okay, not just for this class, but for all the other classes, because we professors regularly post some information here. Okay. So the next one is my office hour, which is Monday 2 to 3 and Wednesday 3 to 5. Okay. If these time slots do not work for you, okay, send me email for appointment, okay, or just when you see me in somewhere in the department, just stop me for any question, okay. If I'm busy, I'll tell you to come back later. But if I have time, I always accommodate students for questions, okay. And one thing a little bit special about this class is that, okay, for TA, as you can see, we have a long list here, okay. We have like a graduate TA, okay, 4 of them, sorry, 5 of them, okay, and also 3 undergraduate TAs, okay. So why would we have so many TAs, okay? The first thing, okay, the graduate TAs are in charge of, for example, grading your exam, okay, and homework, things like that, okay. I'm in charge of teaching and assigning exam, to you guys and homework, okay. So the graduate TA are in charge of grading, okay. And for undergraduate TAs, okay, their job is in charge of we have a recitation session, okay, meaning if you have question about programming, because this class is supposed to be a programming class, okay, you are supposed to write some programs, okay, not just understand the algorithm. You are required to be able to implement those algorithms. So the undergraduate TA are in charge of recitation session, which is held once every 3 weeks. Okay. I think like it will be a Tuesday. Okay. Once every 3 weeks. I mean on Tuesday. Okay. 10 a.m. Okay. The detail, like the schedule, will be announced later. Okay, will be announced later. So not only recitation, the undergraduate TA will also be in charge of like your programming exam. So yes, this class, okay, we have homework, we have like exam, we have additional programming exam. Okay, so which is done by Don George. Okay, so if you have ever attended like a programming competition, okay, you should be familiar with those type of systems. Okay, if not, this will be a good experience for you. Okay, so so having said that, okay, so you can you can see that this class has a lot of works. Okay, relatively compared to the other session. Okay, so if some of you are still on the waiting list and you guys are, considering which session to take, okay, so I just want to warn you that this section actually has more required stuff here, and based on my previous experience, this course, the average is also lower than the other session, considerable lower. Okay, so honest suggestion: if you want to get a high grade, have an easier life, the other session is probably a better choice for you. Okay, you can still switch while you still have a chance. Okay. Anyway, just want to let you know. Okay, yeah, the situation clear. I don't want to lure you to this session, and at the end you find that okay, I'm changing. This course is not what I'm expecting. Okay. So anyway, okay. So TA's information is listed there. Okay, along with their office and the office phone number. Okay. Yeah, I mean for some students who needs like a handout and syllabus, please get it here. So, and I also list the TA's office hour here. Okay. Again, if the TA's office hour listed here is not good for you, you can always send an email to TA or phone number. Okay. So obviously, like we have so many TAs. I don't think like all of them will be available, but at least some of them should be available. And also, this TA office hour and phone number are more useful for graduate level TA. For undergraduate level TA, yeah, I would see like I still suggest you send an email to them. But the graduate TA will forward the email to the undergraduate TA. So on your subject, make sure you put L reason this course, and also who you want this email to go to. Okay. You want the graduate level TA to deal with this your request. You want request to be handled by undergraduate TA, because obviously they have different responsibility, right? Okay. So having said that, okay, yeah, graduate level TA is in charge of grading, exam, homework. Undergraduate level TA is in charge of like a programming exam and the grading administration. But I'm in charge of teaching, right? So basically, if you have any question about homework grading, you should talk to the graduate level TA. If you have any question regarding programming, okay, or like programming exam grading, you should talk to undergraduate TA. But if you are not satisfied after the discussion, obviously you should come to me. Or if you have any question regarding the course material, okay, again, you should talk to me. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So, so the programming station, okay, as I already listed here, it's like every 3 weeks, Tuesday, from 10 to like 11:30, but the actual date will be announced by on E-class later, okay? Most likely starting from the 3rd week, okay, from the 3rd week. Then it's a description of this course, okay? So, well, this course we are talking about different algorithms and how to analyze these algorithms, okay? So basically, like, you can consider this course as an advanced data structure, because supposedly data structure is a prerequisite for this course. I suppose, I mean, you guys all passed the data structure, right? Okay, so if you are able to manage to pass the data structure course, you will understand what I'm talking about. Because data structure is more focusing on like the data side, okay? But it also covers some algorithm, right? So this course, okay, we are not so much focusing on the data structure, but we are focusing more on the algorithm, okay, and as well as the analysis, okay, basically. And the textbook, okay, for this course is the Thomas Coleman's introduction to algorithms. It's supposed to be 4th edition. Okay. I will try to. I really suggest you to get a copy of this, okay? Because it is considered a Bible for algorithm, okay? But of course, I also know like textbook, are expensive, and the textbooks are heavy, right? Nowadays, like a lot of people use e-book, right? If you are able to manage to find some place to download it, that's your, I do not comment on that, because of the copyright, I cannot say anything. But I just suggest that you get a copy of this book, either hard copy or soft copy, exactly. And then it's so far. Any question? Any question on the syllabus so far? Okay. If no question, then the next session probably is the most important part is the grading policy, okay? So, in this class, as I have told you, we have like a written homework assignment, okay? Exactly 4 of them, okay? Each one accounts for 5%, okay? We have programming assignments, okay? To be exact, 2 of them. Each of them accounts for 10%, okay? And we have midterm exam, we have like final exam, okay? In addition, okay, we have program exam, okay? So program exam, again, 2 of them, okay? Each of them accounts for 10%. And the written, midterm, and the final, each accounts for 20%. So total, we have 100%. Okay, so you can see we have a lot of the material here. Just the programming part, okay, accounts for 40% in this class. So you can see that programming is an important part in this class, okay? And my class, okay, another important thing you guys should know is that I do not take attendance, okay? Well, I feel like learning is your responsibility. My responsibility is teaching. I will try to teach as well as possible, but how you should learn is up to you, okay? If you want to come to a lecture, okay, I will try my best to make sure you understand the material. But if you feel like, for example, take me as example. When I'm in undergraduate, I never go to class. Okay, I skip almost all my classes because I study all the material by myself. Okay? So if your style is like me, you like to study by yourself, I respect your choice. I will not penalize you because you choose a different path. Okay? So, well, if you decide not to come to lecture, that's your choice. I will still make all the material available to you. I will also record my lecture, as you have already noticed, okay, and post the, post it on the YouTube, okay. So you can either, watch YouTube, at your own time, or if you want, you can study the material. If you like, okay, Professor Sam teach this course like very badly. It's better I learn this by myself. I can study the material better than what Professor Sam is teaching. So if that's the case, that's also fine. But if you choose it this way, please do not come to me and tell me, see, okay, so I have a lot of questions that I don't understand. Because if you have a lot of questions about my lecture, okay, then you should come to the lecture and ask the questions. Or come to my office hour, okay? Not by, just come to some other time to talk to you, okay? Because that's your choice. If you choose that path, you should be responsible for your learning and for your own learning, okay? So I think that should be big, right? You choose your own path, but you should be responsible for your choice. Okay, so having said that, okay, I believe like starting from next week, okay, we should see a lot more space here. Okay. I'm not discourage you from coming to lecture, by the way. Okay, I encourage you to come. Okay, as I say, I try my best to prepare to teach this class well, but it's really up to you. I know like a 9 a.m. class, a lot of students have trouble, including me. Okay, I'm a night person. Okay, I usually go to bed at 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, after 2 a.m. Okay, so yeah, so 9 a.m. class is also difficult for me. But anyway, I said I managed to come here. Okay. So the next session, the academic misconduct parts, at least there is a lot of stuff here, but the easy description here is do not cheat. Do not cheat. Okay. I trust me, my TA are very good at catching student cheating. Okay. So you don't want to test my TA like their ability. Okay. On that. Okay. So try to your best. Okay. No, not try your best. Try not to cheat. Okay. At least not in this class. Okay. So the last one, disabilities. Okay. If for any reason you need additional help, okay, including like okay, say you are sick, okay, you cannot come to the exam, you cannot you have trouble like making the deadline for the homework, okay, because of particular like a health reason, send me an email before the deadline, before the exam is taking place. Okay? I mean, sending email is easy, right? Everybody has a smartphone nowadays, right? So you can at least use your smartphone to send me a short note. I'm in the hospital, I need some help, so please, let me know in advance before the exam or before the deadline of the homework. But if you don't come to see me like after the fact, after the exam takes place or after the homework is due, and tell me, oh, I need help. Okay, I need extension. I need no. This is not how things work. Okay, you should ask for help before the deadline. Okay, a short note will help. You can provide the doctors like proof later, but at least your email should come before the deadline. Okay, before the exam takes place. Okay, and also if you need special assistance, say like some students need like additional time for exam. Okay, because of like again medical reason, I can accommodate that. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, to let me know, not right now, you can let me know in my office hour or in email. Okay. I mean, I myself is disabled person, right? My left eye is barely visible. So I certainly try to accommodate that. Any health reason like health. So far so good, right? Any question on the syllabus? The next session, okay, is the list of the topic, okay, that I intend to teach, okay, in this class. Based on my previous experience, this is a bold list because in my previous experience, I usually end up having to drop 1 to 2 topics, okay, because of the, we do not have enough time, obviously, okay. Usually, we will cover 1 topic per week, okay, but some topics require more time, okay, but, well, let's just like play by ear and see how things go. But anyway, I still try my best to list the topic here, okay, just for you to have a look, okay, have some idea what we will be covering, okay. And on the syllabus, I only list the final exam, but obviously we also have midterm, right? We also have midterm. So, what time, which date is the midterm? Okay, let me put it this way. I will let you know at least 2 weeks ahead of time for the midterm. Okay, obviously it will be somewhere near the school exam day. Okay, school midterm exam day. Like the final exam is in the final exam week. That one is for sure. Okay. I believe that was the 16th week, right? Because like this, starting from this semester, we officially switched to 16 weeks. And but don't worry, okay. Obviously, like we have more, a lot to offer. Like we have additional recitation sessions, okay, every 3 weeks. So you have more than 80 weeks of the stuff, okay. But yeah, the final is in the 16th week. So the midterm should be somewhere near the 8th week, okay. But I will let you know at least 2 weeks ahead of time, okay. Also, similarly, the programming exam will be announced at least 2 weeks ahead of time, okay? Because we have 2 programming exams, so they will be held somewhere near the midterm and the final, okay? So that's about it for the syllabus. Any questions? No question? Okay. So if you are on the waiting list, it will be a good time for you to, come forward. Okay. Let's take a short break. Let me deal with this waiting list first. 你如果还在那个还没有加进来这个。